Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option due to unusual rain and thunder, baby, I wonder, would you just put your sweats on for me? Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high. Hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you off. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you cursed his name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good, game home is sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it. Don't you what you want. Oh, what it just put it in the song. Alright.
Yo, we back. We here. We better than ever. You feel me? Hopefully everybody had a blessed week so far. Um, hey, what's good with y'all, man? Welcome to the SC Experience, aka boy Eric. And if you don't know who I am, I'm over here, one of the Raider content creators, one of the young guys to do it. You feel me? Shout out to everybody, man. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day. Also, Dodgers, Lakers, USC, and other things like that. But shout out to you guys, man. Like I said, hopefully everybody had a great week and a great weekend the week prior. Um, on top of that, it feels good to talk some Raiders football, right? Am I right? It's Thursday. We're only a couple days away from Sunday early afternoon/afternoon game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Once again, for me, this is a revenge game for us. I know it's a revenge game for them too, technically speaking. For them specifically, their revenge game is that in the second game last year, we beat them and knocked them out. for our revenge game is they beat us the first time earlier in the season. Now it's time to get a revenge. It's a whole different vibe for these two teams. Whole different new a lot of new faces from the first game, a lot of injuries that have happened from that week till now, a lot of um different things that came about, right? A lot of coaching stuff has changed, a lot of players have changed, a lot of player plays has changed. But shout out to you guys, man. Blessings to you guys all. Tough time never lasts, but tough people do. You guys are some tough people, man. I appreciate you guys for being here. Remember to always keep it positive when nobody's looking. Blessings to you guys all and your families. Hopefully, everybody is having a wonderful day today on Thursday. Shout out to everybody that's so far in here, man. Let me see what's on here. Terrence is already dropping the links, man. Shout out to the king of moderators up in the building. Terrence, what's good? Let me make sure. Gotta make sure. Shout out to Terrence. Shout out to Terrence. Let me see. Shout out to D Buck. What's good, D Buck? What's good? What's good? Tie dye. All love and respect. All love and respect to you too, brother. Shout out to Circus. Salute to SC and the nation. Salute to you as well. Shout out to D Buck. Salute to D Buck. Shout out to Jay. Hey Eric. Everybody, what's good, man? What's good? Auntie Six is up in the building. Salute to Auntie Six up in the building. Jay is up in the building as well. Salute to Jay. The Montana Foxes are up in the building. Salute, Terry's back to back wins. Good sir. Let's make it 3 in a row. Shout out to Montana Foxes. Speak them facts, brother. Shout out to Big Worm. What's up? Salute, my Raider fam. Salute to you as well. Hope all is well. Mm, let me see. Let me see. What else we got? What else we got? Eric looks taller. What the fuck? I look taller. Yo, Josh Jacobs is gonna curb stomp the dischargers. I hope so. And we gonna talk about it. Shout out to Circus 89 Raider up in the building. Salute to 89 Raider. What's good? What's good? Hold up. Let me fix this. There we go. Shout out to Alfredo. What's good? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Shout out to Dirty Eric. SC, what up? I'm over here watching the Buffalo Patriots game. Hoping Buffalo wins as it will help us out later in the season. It will. It will. What's the score on that, real quick? I'm not even watching it. Shout out to Raider Way. Salute to Raider Way up in the building. Shout out to Alfredo. What's good? But yeah, I think shout out to Jaw Raider and Raider Way up in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that's so far in here. Let's get straight into it, right? Let's get straight into it. Some news. Actually, let's start off with the injury report. Do we start off with the injury report, or do we start off with? You know what? Let's go with some news, right? And it kind of correlates with it's hand in hand with the injury report. So as of Waller and Renfro, they are, and like I said before, it is official that they can't come back till next week, which is against the Rams. According to Josh McDaniels, he still doesn't know if they could come back on a short week. Um, Especially with us playing on Sunday and then having to play on Thursday. It's a short week, so they don't know if they'll even come back on Thursday. But they could be available for Thursday. It's just a matter of time of are they healthy? Are they good enough? Are they good enough to play as far as getting the playbook, or the injury lingers? I think Renfro is more healthy than Waller. Waller does have that hamstring injury lingering, so that's something that they have to monitor. And I think that's why Josh McDaniels came out and said that it's going to be a short week, so they don't know if it's going to be fully activated. But as of Thursday, they will be available at that. So they won't be available for this game at all. At all. So they are out for this game. Waller, Renfro are out. Also, the Chargers have a lot of people out as well. And we'll talk a little bit about it right now. Um, Shout out to Tubi up in the building. What's good, Tubi? Salute, Circus, salute, Alfredo. Shout out to Tubi up in the building, man. It's always something with Waller the Staller. You already know, man. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. If you guys can't hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and also, uh, hey, share it out, and make people come back. 17-7 Bills. Okay, they're winning 17-7 for sure. Well, I got one of my special guests today. I got a couple that are supposed to come that they said they will come, but we will see what happens. This is the first person here, man, that's on my panel for today, man. One of the most kind-hearted guys you'll know out here, man. A person that supports everybody, man, and a real dear brother of mine. You already know, man. He's currently again at the Ahern, you feel me? And he's always eating them brown crackers, you feel me? Shout out to Raider Twan up in the building. What's good, Twan?
Hey, what's good? What's good with it? What's good with it, man?
How you feeling, brother? How you feeling?
Man, I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It's another day. Another day I can eat brown crackers and hang out with my brother.
Hell yeah, you already know what it is. Shout out to everybody. I see Pyro up in the building. Just got here. Shout out to Pyro. Salute to Pyro. What's good, brother? Hope all is well. Shout out to Tubi. What's good, man? I'm trying to go to the Rams game. You should. Are you going to the Rams game, Eric? Yes, I will be there next Thursday. So next Thursday, a week from now, the SC experience is gonna be there again. Find me with the red cup, you feel me? I'll probably have a red cup or some shit. You'll find me with them glasses too. You feel me? That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. But yeah, make sure to hit me up that day. Make sure to hit me up that day.
Hey,
Let me
blessings,
see.
blessings to the chat. Blessings to the chat.
Facts, facts. Shout out to Tubi up in the building. But all right, so let's get to this news. Like I said, Waller, Renfro are officially out. They can't be activated anyways till next week. Josh McDaniels already came out. Like I said, for everybody that's just joining us, Josh McDaniels came out and said that they don't even know if they're gonna be ready by next week because of the short week from Sunday to Thursday. So that's something else to monitor. Which to a lot of people, I think for me too, I'm a little 50-50. Like I would love them to come back, but also I don't want to rush them. And also our offense is clicking right now without them. Not saying they wouldn't make it better. They would make it better. They're more talented than a lot of players on our team. But at the end of the day, I think letting them rest is most important because we want them to be fully healthy when they're out there. We don't want them to go out there, play a couple snaps, be re-injured, and then it's done for the season. I'd rather them come out, be healthy, and stuff like that. But I got the injury report. We'll talk a little bit about the injury report. That I got Twan here, and I want to see his insight on the injury report. So as far as the charges you guys see on your screen, a lot of our players are on the injury report. For Andrew Billings and Brandon Bolton, they both been limited since Wednesday. Darian Butler became a full participant, will be activated. Derek Carr is good to go, full participant. Deron Harmon, his shoulder is a full participant, so he looks like a go. Jesper Horsted, it's a concussion protocol, so he might be out because he hasn't participated since Wednesday, and it says right there concussion. So to me, he's out with the concussion. Josh Jacobs, his calf has been limited all week. That's something to really monitor till Sunday. Colton Miller, his shoulder has been limited, but just became full today. So that is good news. We get our tackle back. Kendall Vickers did not participate at all. He went from limited to did not participate. Alex Bars is full. Lester Cotton is full. And Denzel Perriman has been limited, and he was not listed. Anybody catching your eye there, Twan, on the Raiders side right there?
I think some of those were kind of expected. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
the Josh Jacobs situation. I was all for him not even practicing at all. Don't hit the
Yep.
field at all. I'd rather have him just get treatment. I think,
Mhm.
with the running back position, I don't think there's much, that they have to much they have to do really practice wise to get ready for a game. Like, what I'm saying? It's pretty much hit A gap, hit B gap, hit, what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, the pass protection part is kind of, the play. What I'm saying? You just gotta read what the defense is, showing you. I mean, the defense is showing you on offense, but yeah,
Yep.
hey, we
Um.
should expect this. You know what I'm saying? We should
Mhm.
expect at this juncture of the season that we should be banged up at this
Yep.
point. There's certain players on this list that are injured that I don't even think they even hit the field. Uh
Yep. Yep.
like a Lester Cotton. You know what I'm saying? I think one of those ones stick out to me. It's good to have Darian Butler back, uh,
Yep.
linebacker wise, because again, I'm not, for some reason, same thing with Hollins. Um, I'm not. I don't see the excitement about Jayon Brown.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So to have Darian Butler there is definitely going to help our linebacking core. And it also allow them to get some runs too.
Yep.
So I don't know what stuck out to you.
For me, it's just Josh Jacobs. He's been limited all week. That's something to monitor. For me, that's about it. But I think something about Josh Jacobs, he's always want to get out there. He always wants to be out there. So to me, I think I'm not that very worried. I'm pretty sure by tomorrow we'll have a new injury report on Friday, and it'll be like he's a full participant. Colton Miller, I'm glad to have him back. Another guys that are not on this list, Anthony Averett is out for the season with it's kind of not funny that he got injured. It's not funny that he got injured at all. I would never wish somebody to get injured. But what's funny is that it's the same injury, I believe, that took out Trayvon Mullen, the turf toe. So it's kind of ironic that we got rid of Mullen, we got Anthony Averett, and it's a similar situation with Avery, and it sucks. That's one of the guys I was totally wrong about. Uh, I'll admit it. He has the same injury as Trayvon Mullins, so he's got a turf toe and he's out for the season. But speedy recovery, like I said, I would never wish anything bad upon anybody. Speedy recoveries to Anthony Avery. Hopefully, he gets better. And everything in recovery. Another guy that we ended up activating has been Hall, the guy that got a sack where we were all like, "What the hell? Who's this?" Tyler Hall has been activated to the roster. And he will most likely rotate with the Meek Robertson at the nickel cornerback position, where you usually see Anthony Averett at. So there is a Meek and Hall will switch over on that position. Besides that, Nate Hobbs is officially back. That is something that is music to my ears, having Nate Hobbs back. Now you got Rocket saying Nate Hobbs and Meek and all of them. I'm fine with it. And now we go to the Chargers, right? They have a similar situation as us. Mike Williams did not participate all week. Might most likely be out. Their second, first receiver, whatever you want to say, next to Keenan Allen. Jamar Sellier has become a full participant. Trey Pipkins, the third, their starting tackle, did not participate all week. That's something else to monitor because that's their starting tackle. Kenneth Murray Jr., a full participant, so their linebacker will be there. Khalil Mack was rested but did not participate on Wednesday, but was a full participant as far as today. So Khalil Mack, return of the Mack, will return to Vegas, to the Raiders, and go play them. I can't really say return to Vegas because he came from Oakland technically, so I can't really say that. So I'm gonna just say return to the Raiders. Derwin James Jr., of course, their best safety had a hip, did not participate Wednesday, became a full participant today. Michael Davis, their starting corner, has also become a full participant. Their other starting corner, their nickel corner, is a full participant, and Nasir Adderley, their starting safety, has been limited all week. So those are the couple people, right? Anybody stick up on that side for you? And anybody right there in that Chargers list?
The Chargers always have an issue with,
Yep.
you know, they've always had an issue with injuries, and again, it's showing itself again. Their secondary, I'm saying, based off of this, sounds like it's going to be, pretty much their secondary is going to be there. So
Yep.
that's going to be something that we have to look out for when it comes to our offense. How we play against that. Khalil Mack is always going to, step it up against us for various reasons, and I'll just leave it as that. But Mike Williams is a big offensive player for them. He is their big body receiver.
Yep.
And that has something that is going to hurt him, and the team. Keenan Allen is back, but
Yep.
they need that. They need that to move their offense. So we'll see how they decide to try to attack us.
Facts. And shout out to Bird Gang 31. Bird Gang 31 up in the bit. It was good, Bird Gang. Good to see you, brother. Shout out to Angel. What's good, my brother? What's good, Eric? We should win this weekend. We had momentum. Salute to you and the Raider Nation family. Salute to you, brother. Hope all is well. Arnett Avery. And yes, Jaw Raider, we'll talk about this too. This is something I wanted to bring up as well. There's a couple players that are on the IR for the Chargers already ahead of this week, anyways. A couple people here, and let me actually bring this up. Jalen Guyton, their third string receiver, technically is on the IR. Rashad Slater, their starting left tackle, is out. One of the best offensive linemen in the league, and offensive lineman for them is out IR, and that's the difference between week one till now. Their right tackle, I just talked about Trey Pipkins. The third, Trey Pipkins, is also hurt and might most likely be out. So both of their tackles might be out this game, which is crazy, which is going to change a lot of things, and we need to take advantage of it, and we'll get to that on the defensive side. As you've seen, like Jaw Raider said, Joey Bosa's on the IR, JC Jackson's on the IR, Austin Johnson, their starting nose tackle, is out on the IR. Both of their backup defensive ends, and Odi Agabonia and Christian Covington, are on the IR. Their backup right inside linebacker is out. in Damon Lloyd. We talked about this here at early. Their starting kicker is on the IR and Dustin Hopkins. So as you can see, this is a whole different squad than week one for the Chargers. They are without both of their starting tackles. They're starting their best defensive end. They're without their starting well, not starting, but their third receiver. They're also without other players that bring them depth. So there's a lot of players that are out and a lot of players that are in. Now, to give you a rerun of what their backups are, and actually, I'll talk about when I talk about it. But anybody off the IR torn that you're looking at, and you're like, oh damn, that's gonna be a big impact right there.
You kind of said it in itself already, man. It seems like they're going to be hit, hard on their offensive line, and we're in a situation where we can capitalize on that, especially since
Yeah.
at least I would say last week specifically, I'm saying our defensive line has been playing probably its best. I'm saying I think our best game was last week. I'll just say it like that. Up and down our defensive line, not just Max Crosby doing Max Crosby things. I'm talking about our D tackles that we've been screaming about, that we needed push up the middle, actually came and stepped in and did what they needed to do. So if they can kind of continue that same song that they were singing last week, I think we'll be all right.
Yep, and you hit the nail on the coffin right there, man. Just like Terrence said, we better capitalize. Like it's something that we need to capitalize on, especially because as you've seen by just the looks of the injury report and the looks of how things are going, we're starting to become healthy, and they're starting to get less and less healthy. And now when you look at these two teams, it's a whole different dynamic, right? In week one, half of our starting lineup, well, 75% of our starting lineup didn't even play our preseason game. So that was the first week of them even handling the playbook on the field. On top of that, now we're so far into the season that now you're starting to see this offense start gelling and this team start gelling. And the Chargers, believe it or not, multiple of their wins recently have been by one score games. As you seen last week, they beat the Cardinals on a game-winning 2-point conversion. I believe a crossing route by, I believe, I'm not mistaken, their tight end going across the middle. Um, it's just been multiple occurrences of that. They lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got beat pretty bad. Besides that, they also barely beat the Broncos by 3. They beat the Texans by 10. They lost to the Seahawks 37-23. And if you notice, and if anybody notices the factor in these, a lot of the teams that have beat the Chargers is because of their run game. Their run game started going. And what do the Raiders have? And who do we have? Josh Jacobs. So this is a good matchup for us. Hopefully we could take care of business, but we will see. We will see.
And let me
Yep, yep,
jump in there real quick, Eric. I think
yep,
I
yep.
think I think we also, as much as we are enamored with Josh Jacobs and the great way that Josh Jacobs has been playing, our other running backs that have also got on the field has been showing glimmers of, what I'm saying, some good work too. What I'm saying. I like what I'm saying, even last week how Zeus was running the ball, even with the
Yep.
few touches that he got, and then we know, Abdullah is really just a lightning, a lightning in a bottle. You know what I'm saying? If he gets the space, he'll make something happen. So we got a good running crew. I'll say it like that.
And I'm glad that you brought up Amir Abdullah. They're starting to use him as a receiver too, where he's best at. I mean, he got that touchdown last week where he did a wheel route, I believe, across the sideline, and he got open just by beating him by speed. Shout out to Jesse Cardenas up in the building, man. Was good. Good to see you. Hope all as well. Shout out to everybody here. Raider Chaos is up in the building. This happens every year with the Chargers. Defense is not our fault. What do you think? We always split with them. Um, I think that this year, why we split with them was a lot of circumstances, right? Like I said, week one, they barely got the playbook. None of our players even, and I'm not holding this as excuses, but just looking at the game, they were fully healthy. They're on. talent wise, they were more better as far as on the defensive side of the ball, especially. When you look at some of their players, Derwin James, you got Michael Davis, right? Brian Callahan, that they just got one of the best nickel corners. Statistically, as you can see, Adderley are a great young talent there, a great offensive line, and good talent all across the board between Justin Herbert and his receivers and his defense. Like I said, the defensive line, they had Tillery week one. We got Tillery now, a whole different ball game. They had Sebastian Joseph Day. They still have Sebastian Joseph Day, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, but now they're without Joey Bosa and they're without Tillery. So that whole defensive line looks way different. Austin Johnson is also out, which is their starting nose tackle, in my opinion, and a starting D tackle as well. So a lot of different factors that came into week one why they beat us there. Um, but yeah, let me actually. I had a list of. Here we go. There we go. This is the next topic. I forgot to freaking order these in order. Oh no, they are in order. Okay, great. Anyways, these are the overall team key stats for both teams. And like I said, we'll talk about the offense, the defense, and all that right now. But the overall team stats so far, um, the Chargers are 4-1 when they're not throwing an interception this season, which is tied for best in the NFL. So most likely when they don't throw an interception, they win. With the Raiders, they've only intercepted the ball 4 times, and out of those 4 times, it's been the third fewest in the NFL. Um, the Chargers are also uh, undefeated um, when actually, they're 5-1. My bad. They're 5-1 when allowing less than 50% of the third down conversion opportunities this season, tied for fourth best. So when the defense does its job at making sure that the offense is not getting any third down conversions, they win multiple of that game. So that's also a little bit of a stat for you guys to monitor as well. The Chargers are 3-2 on the road this season, which is tied for ninth best in the NFL with the league average of 438. So as you can see, they're 3-2 on the road, and they're coming to Vegas, so that's going to be something to monitor there. On another note as well, mm, no, that's it. That's it. Those are a couple stats. Those are a couple stats as far as overall, and anything catch your eye right there with those little stats I got right there.
I'm with all the stats. You know what I'm saying? The stats are what they are. I think we're in a position that we can capitalize on what's going on with
Yep.
the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, the running game situation. I think McDaniel's kind of I think he just got what he needs to get it done.
Yep, yep. And shout out to
Good
Queen
call,
Queen
Wise.
up in the building. Hope all is well. Good to see you in here. Ray Love's up in the building as well. Salute to you. Um, but yeah, so those were some overall teams key stats for you guys, man. And now we're gonna talk about this matchup quarterback, right? Carr versus Herbert. We've seen this ever since Herbert's come into the league. Of course, a lot of people say that Herbert is the next big deal, and he is the next big deal, and that he has the edge over Carr. Let me give you guys a little bit of stats real quick for you guys, man. That some of you guys did not actually know, and actually, I seen this the other day, and I remember seeing it this morning as well. And let me actually give it to you exact here. So this is something about the month of November, which was last month, which happily December, y'all. Happy December. It's the month of Christmas, of giving, also just the holidays in general. And hopefully you guys are spending time with your family, your loved ones, or anybody that you truly, truly love, man. Make sure to tell them that you love them. But oh my god, where is it? Where is it? I had it earlier. Damn it. Um, okay, so Derek Carr. This is funny. In the month of November, which is last month, like I said, Derek Carr had the most touchdowns thrown in the month of November, which is number one in the NFL with 9 total touchdowns and only 2 interceptions, the best touchdown to interception ratio in the month of November. And that is Carr. This is the month of November where we beat, of course, the Seahawks and then the Broncos, and then uh lost the week before that. But that's a little key stat for you guys. Derek Carr is number one in thrown touchdowns and touchdown interception ratio when it came down to the month of November. Yeah, that's just something quick right there. So, what do you think about Carr and Herbert, man? Twan, what you think about Carr and Herbert? Who do you give the edge, and who you think, man?
I want to laugh. I really do. I really do.
I know why. I know.
I really do. Because there's individuals that want to throw out the stat that Derek Carr doesn't throw 3 touchdowns a game. That it seems like that's a benchmark, but for some reason, without him not throwing 3 touchdowns a game, he's still the highest in the month of November.
It's crazy, huh?
That's very crazy. Or to say that about a quarterback that seems like he's playing better than everybody else in that month.
Hey, I had to throw that little stat in.
Yeah. And by the way, I think he's playing better than Brady and better than Russell Wilson and better than Aaron Rodgers.
Statistically, he's also playing better than Josh Allen. Believe it or not. As of today, no, because right now, Josh Allen is playing, and I think he already scored like 3 touchdowns himself already, and it's barely the third quarter. But the last 5 games, he threw 5 interceptions, right? 3 of them in the end zone, and had one of his lowest QB ratings in his whole career so far.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, the same guy people talk about. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Josh Allen's a bad quarterback. No.
Not at all.
No, not at all. And my bad, tied for first. Derek Carr was tied for first with Mahomes. But what's crazy is that people tend to say that Carr is the reason that a lot of things happen. And when nobody even talked about this, that I haven't heard it in any lives. I don't know about you, Twan, because I know you support a lot of people. But I don't know if you've seen it, but nobody has even brought this up.
No, I think maybe one, but not specifically that stat.
Yep.
But yeah, it is interesting, what I'm saying, because even in media, they're high praising Herbert, and I don't think Herbert is playing, at the top of his game, to be very honest with you. And I think part of it is not necessarily it. I don't want to say it's his play, but I think it's part of the injuries that are around him. Saying he's had a lot of influxes. He just got, he just got Keenan Allen back, from injury, and now, on the report now, Mike Williams is out, So, and I think that goes back to what that guy was saying about, why do we split with the Chargers? Well, when you catch the Chargers, in the beginning of the season, and they look great on paper, offensively and defensively. They're stacked on both sides of the ball. And then to play them at the end of the season where injuries have hit them, it's almost like a different team. It really is. So,
yep. But we got another special guest backstage. I'll bring you up right now. Let me just get to the comments real quick. Facts. They really don't think DC plays defense. What up, Raider Nation? Shout out to We the People. They thought that Adams, Moreau, and Hollins threw football to themselves. The only tanking I'm cool with is tanking the Chokers playoff chances again. There you go. Some of these new fans don't know what the fuck they talking about. Some fans have been fans since fucking 2016. Josh Allen taking a beating tonight, low key. Yeah, today, I mean, I just looked it up. He has 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 213 for today. But if you look at the month of November, he had four touchdowns and 5 picks. So that's Josh Allen right there for you in the month of November. Appreciate the stats. I see. Yup. And it does shows Patrick Mahomes at 9. So Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr tied. But you know the point. You get the point. Let me see. 2 TDs Josh Allen has right now. Fuck Brady. Fuck Mahomes. They're in the hiding with the Charger fans. Shout out to Lunatic Raider Allegiance up in the building. What's good? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Damn, can't believe Twan called me out. Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, well, I don't even know what he's talking about. I'll be honest.
Nah,
No tank season, just fucking win, baby. What happened?
it's probably when I was talking about the people talking about Derek Carr,
Oh, yeah.
him not being.
So I got somebody backstage, another special guest. There's still more people to come. They already hit me up, and I just seen it that other people are gonna come. It's gonna be hopefully a full panel soon. We're just gonna be talking about chopping it up. You feel me? All the way from the Central Valley. You feel me? The Central of California as well. All the way from Fresno. He's one half of the Fresno. What did I call him? Players? I'm just kidding. No,
Fresno players.
But you already know he gets dirty. He gets real low sometimes, man. You feel me? Another brother by Dirty Low up in the building. What's good, Low?
What's up, guys? How you
What's
guys
good
doing?
with it, man?
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
What's good? How are you feeling?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. Just enjoying the night. Just finishing up a little bit of dinner, running around. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
I feel it. Yeah. Shout out to the 559. What's good, Tubi? I'm out here in the 559.
Oh,
that dude Phil was tripping saying he was gonna lose to the Seacocks. Hey, I'm not gonna comment on anybody. I don't watch anybody. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro. I don't watch too many people. I watch probably. I would like to say probably 2, and I catch a rerun of another one. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not saying I'm bougie and I'm Hollywood or whatever, but sometimes the shit I be hearing, bro, I don't want to watch a whole live of a bunch of bullshit.
I think we should go a little Hollywood sometimes.
I know. Hey, I went to Hollywood yesterday. I went to Universal Hollywood. You feel me? Mr. Hollywood went to Hollywood yesterday. You feel me? I went to Universal Studios. It was sick.
Did you? How was it? It was dope.
It was dope. It's dope. It's dope. I've never been there when it's Christmas. I've been there Hollywood Horror Nights. Other places when it was just regular. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Went to the Raider Image. Called myself. I needed a beanie. Where the fuck is it? Hold up.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? I was thinking about the same thing. Like,
what's up, bro?
Since it got cold,
I
was like, man, I need to step up my beanie game. Like it.
That's the king of Hollywood.
I am. You feel me? I was gonna cop some new glasses, bro. Oh my god, they were so fucking fire. But you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just wait till 2023. So once it comes to the new year, I'm a new me. You feel me? Fresher glasses and shit. I'm telling you.
Oh, there you go.
Shout out to Press. It's supposed to snow tonight. Oh shit. Wait. Where?
Oh shit.
For real? You're with me? What the fuck? Damn, everybody joining. Hey, everybody joining up in here. Hey, we got a full panel. Well, I would consider it a full panel. And I already broke it. But Ern is in the backstage. I was gonna call him out because I watched the rerun of Ben earlier, and he was talking about I got him a strike, and he's banned from YouTube for a week. So that's my bad. My bad.
Good job, bro.
Hey, but we were simulcasting. That's the crazy part about it. We both showed the same clip, and he got striked, and I didn't.
Oh, you know what? That's somebody's reporting that shit.
No, that's what I was gonna tell Ern too. And you know what? I'll say it publicly. Whoever's reporting my boy Ern, bro, you're weird as fuck, bro. Real
we already
shit.
know who that bitch is.
And I'm pretty sure who I know who it is, and I'll find out. Don't worry. But shout out to who's backstage, man. Westside Media up in the building. What's good, Ern?
Did you just say that you go to fucking Figueroa Horror Nights?
No. Yeah. It's a Universal order.
I'm fucking with you. You know what? I didn't even think about that shit with the strike. That motherfucker, bro.
It's reporting. That's what it is.
Oh, that motherfucker,
reported you, bro. Somebody reported you, and we got somebody else backstage. This is what's funny. First, Ern was the one that I got him a strike, but somebody reported him, so it's not really the same. God. But this guy here got me age restricted like a couple months back when we did like a wake and bake. I guess because they thought I was like 10 years old. And people were smoking on screen, some weird shit. I don't know what the fuck it was. But shout out to this guy backstage, man. One of my Southern California brothers over here, man. Shout out to Raider Gabe up in the building.
Gabe,
What's up, Gabe? Funny. I'm sorry.
The fucking guy age restriction. I was like, what the fuck?
God damn.
Bro,
they're gonna get me for felicity to a minor on
felicity to a minor.
Oh shit.
How's everybody feeling today, man? How's everybody feeling?
There was a mysterious man standing over there by McDonald's Playland with a cheeseburger.
Hey, SC. Next thing you know, Gabe gonna not be able to go to within 25 yards of schools and all kind of shit.
Yeah, shit, bro.
Hey, just to let everybody know that is new. I am 21. All right, let me just throw that out there. I am 21 years old. Ern, don't say nothing because I know you always want to say some shit. I am 21 years old. All right, I'm not gonna show my ID, but it's 21. Trust.
That's funny.
Dude, I so far since I hit 21, the only time I did not get carded was like maybe like once. I've been carded everywhere I've gone. And then they'll be surprised of how much. Never mind, that's too much information.
Bro, why I
no,
just
I'm
thought
not
he was
involved.
about to go into a day line from next Friday, or was it Friday after next? No, next Friday. He said, ever since I've been 21, the police lady been wanting to give me some pussy. The mail lady been wanting to give me some pussy.
Dirty, you be usually busy during this time, so I'd be like, I don't know if I should send him anything or tell him anything because you always on dad duty all the time, bro. So I don't want to be bothered. But if you got some time, let me know. Hit me up on the IG.
On Mr. Mom duty.
Well, he's lying.
Eric has to show I buy Smarties.
Mom
What the
duty.
fuck? I don't get carded in Nevada. I haven't got carded yet. Cali be inspecting my ID. Salutations, Greater Nation. What's good, Pinoy? Good to see you, brother. Shout out to Big Worm up in the building. Shout out to everybody's up in here. But yeah, so I talked about the Carr Herbert matchup, right? Now that I got you guys here. So I don't know if Ern knew this because I know Ern's one of the biggest fans of DC. Like I said earlier, and I don't know if he heard it or you guys heard it. He in the month of November, he was tied for first. I was wrong. He was tied for first in thrown touchdowns with 9 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions, which is number 1 as well. So yeah,
let's trade him.
That's a little what?
Let's trade him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a smart thing. Let's just tank.
Dude, I love Tank,
I
bro.
still get carded.
No, you don't. Stop it.
Hey, Tank is actually a good R&B singer.
Yo, I was gonna say some shit, but I'm not gonna say some shit. Can't get carded if you steal. What the fuck?
Yeah, for real.
Yo. What the fuck?
The only way you get carded is if you go to the counter.
Who said that? Melon Boy? Yeah, you ain't coming to my house, homie.
So how you guys feel about this Carr to Herbert matchup, man? Who do you think will prevail between Carr and Herbert?
Carr.
I think it's more Jacobs versus Eckler, if you ask me.
Oh, no, we'll talk about the run game right now. I got you. But yeah, I mean, I think Carr has the edge. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of, I don't know if you guys seen the IR and the injury report. Both of their tackles might be out. Rashawn Slater's already out. But now Trey Pipkins is also injured and has not participated in practice the whole week. Not only that, their depth, their backup, even backups and second stringers are getting injured. So this is a whole different team, bro, than what we've seen.
But that backup they got playing, Jamari Salyer, if he comes from Georgia, and that's somebody I wanted us to draft.
I like Jamari Salyer.
I like him a lot too.
Hey, yo, I call this shit like clockwork, bro. I was like, man, we might lose the first game. I said, but I knew it. I said, like, man, these motherfuckers stay hurt. Like, I don't know if it's their training staff or what they're doing, their facilities or how they're feeding these guys or whatever the fuck, bro. But they stay getting hurt, bro. Like, I mean, there's probably going to be more guys going down in the game. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this is just expected. You know what I mean? So it's like, to be honest, man, everybody's like been overshadowing fucking Herbert, blah, 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 blah. Bro, like he is way fucking overrated, my G's. Like for real. They even say that shit, like they've been saying that shit lately. I've been saying that shit from the jump, man. Carr is like, I don't know, man. He's a fucking nerve wrack, bro.
Shout out to the 50 people in here, man.
But yeah, but for real though, like I mean, I didn't mean to like cut you off, bro. But like you're talking the two matchups, but like I think Herbert's overrated. I'm not saying that he's not a good quarterback or he's not going to be a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But not this year.
But Dirty Low, I kind of agree with you, but I'm gonna push back on you on a little bit because at the same time, I think Herbert is a good quarterback, but the issue is what you said earlier. Every time he needs to rely on a weapon, that weapon gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? Keenan Allen goes out, then he finally comes back, and then now we see that Mike Williams is out. So there's inconsistency with his weapons. Like if he actually had like some consistency in his weaponry, I think he would actually show the real quarterback that he is. I think he can spin the ball, but if he ain't got really anybody to really throw it to, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's kind of like, yeah. Well, that's what, brother. That's what I was kind of like saying. Like, I mean, he's gonna be good. He is good. I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not taking the talent off the kid at all. But like right now, he's overrated. You know what I'm saying? Even last year, he was overrated because he couldn't close games and shit like that. And I don't want to really blame that on Staley because we can't turn around and say like, oh, well, we're blaming it on coaching and or play calling and then the players. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be one or the other. So if we're landing on if it's coaching, then that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not saying he can't play the ball or he's not gonna ball out or put 300. He could easily put 300 yards up against us and like 3 touchdowns, easy. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It's like I hear what you're saying, but it's like he just doesn't have who he needs. You know what I mean? I mean, like the tight ends. Who's the number one on their team? I don't know who he is, but he's quick as shit.
Gerald Everett.
He's quick as shit, and then their tight end is really, really good too. So it's like he's getting the ball to him, and they're big guys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's gonna be a good matchup for our kind of our defense. You know what I mean? But Herbert
and that guy DeAndre Carter, that guy that stepped up in for Keenan Allen while his absence. The guy I think it's DeAndre Carter.
Carter, there you go. That's the guy I was talking about, Carter.
Yeah, I picked that fool up in my fantasy. That's the only reason I know because I picked that fool up in the fantasy league, and that fool's been giving me points like a motherfucker. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah. I got somebody backstage real quick, and I want to give a shout out to everybody. Hey, shout out to USA, man. We made it to the next round, baby. Let's go. That's how we do it. Okay, sorry, that's the World Cup. Anyways, I got somebody backstage, man. All the way from the land down under, not over, down under. You feel me? Another fellow of my brothers up in here, man. Also known as AR, but also known as Avocado Raider up in the building. Let's get AR.
What's going on, gang? Eric, Twan, Dirty Low, Gabe, and what's side? What's cracking? I see you holding that US flag. I would rock my Australia flag since we made the quarterfinals. I know you guys made it too. I don't have one, so yeah, we're doing big things in the World Cup too. Hopefully we get a chance to put you guys to the sword, right?
Mexico needed one more goal. Mexico needed one more goal, though.
You know what's so crazy, bro? Yesterday,
and they had it. They took 2 goals away from offside calls too. I was like, "Fuck."
Oh, that's the thing, bro. I wasn't watching it, but like around me when I was at Universal and going through City Walk, bro, there was people watching and stuff like that. A bunch of Mexican national team jerseys and stuff. And bro, the moment they scored, bro, in that last minute, all I see is everybody go from excitement to like.
Or no, even the announcer, even the announcer said after like that goal didn't even matter from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, because they needed one more.
As long as Mexico would have scored one more, they would have went through just because of the goal differential. But yeah, they did it. Now they took.
Pardon my ignorance. Are they out Mexico?
Yeah, they're out.
Yeah.
That's the first time they've been out for the last 3-4 World Cups without making the final 16, right?
7 World Cups.
That means over 28 years ago. That's the last time.
They usually a pretty good team, like at the World Cup. I mean, they don't go
this
all the way,
World Cup
but
has
they do pretty well.
Yeah, this World Cup has been surprising.
Poland's pretty good. They had a pretty good group. That's what it was. It was like because they tied with Poland, but they just the goal differential didn't get them through. They just I guess that you know what fucked it up. It was the friendly points or something like that. Because I guess they had less yellow cards.
Yeah, that too. I heard about that. I don't even know what that means.
That's crazy, dog. Just because they had less yellow cards, I guess it's the fair play rule. It's called fair play rule, and it's like I guess if it goes down to like you're tied with points, tied with goals, and all that shit, then they go to fair play. So if you have less yellow cards, then you go through.
Right.
Back. Shout out to El Capitan. What's good?
But on that, like, I mean, soccer/football is not really on the top of my list of sports I follow, but my fellow Aussie compatriots are doing big things in the World Cup. So salute to them. Aussie, oi, let's go, baby.
Hey, it's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, the World Cup has been very surprising, bro. Germany's out, freaking Mexico's out.
Say what? Germany's out. Oh wow.
Germany's out. I think Germany's out. Yeah, Germany's out.
Yeah. Japan eliminated too.
Yeah, Japan got on top of the group. I forgot who we lost to. Belgium. Belgium's gone. Argentina was almost gone. They got Jesus. If they would.
Is USA out?
No, USA's next. We're playing the fucking Netherlands. Let's get them, boys.
That's gonna be a good one. Saturday, right?
Yeah, good luck with that.
It's pretty good.
They're a team that's rolling.
We go shock the world, baby.
It's Saturday.
Good luck for you guys. You're gonna need it.
Hey, Netherlands are good. Shout out to Raw Gas. Let's get back to some Raiders football. Shout out to Circus in the building as well. Man, Raw Gas.
World Cup segment brought to you by It's a little World
I
Cup
know,
segment.
right? I know, right?
Brought to you by
Shout out
Adidas.
to Rodgas. Yeah, USA
By,
Blues after one.
by
win, dude.
Adidas.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Costa Rica. They got
Brought to you by
whooped the way they
Kanye.
did.
Kanye West.
Literally one of the best.
Brought to you by
But yes,
They got a Costa Rica
Brown
joke.
Cracker.
Yeah, crackers.
Crackers. I forgot to read other little bit of an overall. Let me actually go back to that topic because I forgot to read something. As far as overall team stats, the Raiders have not won a game when they make less than 7 explosive plays this season, which is tied for worst in the NFL. The Raiders are also winless when scoring less than 22 points this season, which
Yeah, I
is
like that
tied
stat.
for
Those
worst
stats
in the
weird.
NFL. The Raiders are 2-6 when not forcing a fumble this season, tied for 7th worst in the NFL. And the Raiders are winless when allowing 3 or more sacks this season. So when Carr gets sacked 3 or more times, they usually lose.
Yeah,
Those are some
that's
other
pretty
key
much the
stats.
Where did
blueprint.
you get these weird stats from? A fucking prop bet website or something in Las Vegas?
It was like off betting.
Yeah, the first
Betting.com or what?
Yeah.
The other ones were
I do my research. You know me. I do my research.
That was weird. The first time, what was it when the seven?
Hey, I'm doing my research. I went on like 7 different freaking articles, bro, and I made sure to grab and put everything into one.
Hey, somebody gotta do their homework.
Yes, sir.
You gotta do your homework, man, because
Let's
these are
see,
some
Eric.
stats that is crazy, bro. Some of them are like, oh shit.
Hey, no practice for Josh Jacobs all week, huh?
Yeah. Oh well, limited. He's been limited all week. Limited.
What do you think about the matchup, Apikasi?
Avikazi, yep.
Well, we're playing him at home A, not home B, right?
No, Carr and Herbert.
Yeah, home A. We're at home A.
Yeah, we're
Home Allegiant.
Yeah, we're at
Home Allegiant. Yeah.
Home A.
Not home LA.
not our vacation home.
We're not at our side chick's house.
Hey, we'll be at home next week. We'll be at home LA next week. We'll be home LA next week.
That's when
Well,
we
look,
fly in. You know what I mean? Because it's right next to the
Fly
airport.
in, bro.
We fly into the airport. You know,
Facts.
that's our home away from home, though. You know.
Facts.
for sure.
And what you think of Akazi, Carr versus Herbert? Derek Carr versus Herbert. That debate. What do you think about it? Who do you think has the
Well,
edge?
I got to be honest. I to your credit, Eric, and to my detriment, I don't do my homework on Herbert because I haven't been following the Chargers outside of when they play us. Like I keep saying it, my care for football is next to none if it's not the Raiders. I probably should get on to watching, the other teams and that, like for content purposes. But look, we've got some momentum going. Finally, we won 2 games straight. So, if Carr can put it on the field and to what you said, like if we can nullify the pressure with our offensive line, then it should bode well for us, and hopefully we can get a. Have we won yet at Allegiant? Oh, we won against the Texans, didn't we? And the Broncos.
And the Broncos, yeah.
It would be nice to chalk up another win, and that would be 3 straight. But look, let's just take one week at a time. But yeah, I'm feeling somewhat confident going into this week with the team starting to gel and the chemistry starting to come together finally. I mean, bit late, but better late than never, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Ray Love, bro. What the fuck? When Eric does homework, he uses Elmer's glue. Fuck you, cool.
Oh Jesus!
All right. Raiders winning. Yep. So now, moving on in this matchup, right? We got the running backs, and Ern kind of talked about it earlier. I think this is more of a little bit of a factor for both teams, right? With the run game here. Again, Eckler on one side, you got Josh Jacobs on the other, and I think Josh Jacobs will be able to play, knowing him.
How healthy is Eckler? Sorry to interrupt. How healthy is
that?
Eckler?
I know of. He looks healthy. He looks good, healthy. So he's good to go.
I know he's pretty good, right?
Yep. So the Raiders here's some more little things for you guys, real quick. A little more, right? The Raiders have averaged 2.3 yards after contact, and this is due to Josh Jacobs, of course, which is the best in the NFL. So clap it up for Josh Jacobs. The Chargers have allowed 2.2 yards. Their defense has allowed 2.2 yards, which is literally the worst in the NFL. So their run defense is absolutely garbage. They're 30th ranked on run defense, actually. They're garbage. On our side, we're in the middle of the pack. We're around 16th, 17th, somewhere around that range, I think. Early, a little bit less, probably. So we got a better run defense than them. They have a horrible run defense. So putting that into speculation, you guys could take it away. Who do you think got the edge? For me, Josh Jacobs does.
Oh yeah, sure, though. Josh Jacobs is the best back in the league right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Josh
he has
Jacobs for
over
sure.
1,500 yards total. I mean, that dude is just on a different level right now, man. I just him and you know what I mean? Shit, it's like I don't know. I think Josh Jacobs will have the edge for sure, dog. And I think that's what's gonna bring us to victory. I think he's gonna get his, over 20 carries, and that stat. You know the stat when he carries over 20 times. You know what I mean? So that if he has a good game, dog, we usually win. And I think him right now, the run that he's on right now, I think is just. I don't think they're stopping Jacobs, and I think especially with the offensive line the way it's playing, dog, it's much improved, and it's just it's opening up holes, dog. You can see it every week. It's just getting better. So 229 yards. I mean, you can see it, dog.
Tell you what, the other thing is that if Jacobs is still kind of nursing that injury and he's not 100%, I mean, there were some positive signs in Zamir White finally last week. I mean, I want to see more of that. I mean, he had 2 carries and it was over 20 yards from what I understand. Maybe that's give or take, but that I was saying before the game that I wanted to see something from Zamir White to show us that there's enough there to be confident in his future moving forward. Yeah, it's just one game. Yeah, it's just 2 carries, but at least he showed us something. And if Jacobs needs to, I don't know, not see as much game time because he's still nursing that injury, then who knows? Maybe Zamir White can continue to show us some progress like he did last week. I thought those were very positive signs, those 2 runs that he got last week, and was able to break it off. So, yeah.
I think Avocasi and I agree with you too. I think when it comes to Zamir White, I think we're going to be as good as the offensive line is going to make it. You know what I'm saying? If they create those holes that they did for him last week, I think he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll get the job done. What's special about Josh Jacobs though in that same scenario is that Josh Jacobs, when the offensive line is not blocking up to par, he's still able to find those secondary gaps in which he'll hit and still get some production out of. And I don't think Zamir White right now, as young as he is in his game, I don't think he's at that point. But eventually he will get there. So if we really do have to rely on Zeus, it's really going to be on our offensive line to make sure those gaps are open. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just get in there, because we know Zeus got he only don't just got the juice, but he actually has the speed too. He got a little shakes to him. You know what I'm saying? So
also good to give a shout out to we give the shout out to the offensive line, but also how about how do you say it? Yaquib Johnson, our fullback? He's been laying fools out in the front, and he's been doing a fantastic job with his run blocking. So he needs some credit too. Yeah.
Yo, with Zeus, I don't think there's Julio Jones. I don't think that Zeus don't have any vision. I think that he's a rookie, and the NFL level is just like really, really fast. Josh has been in the league for like 3 years, so it's like really slow for him. He can see shit, you know what I mean? He can switch from power to finesse and back to power, you know what I mean? He could do all of those things because the game is slowed down for him. Zeus is like really, really fast right now for him.
Well, Zeus is I hate to fucking say this shit. Pause even before I say it. Zeus is more raw, dog. You know what I mean? He's raw,
right?
And he's like it's. I think more development with him, more development with him, dog. I think he's gonna get it, dog, because he has the power, dog. He has the speed. I think if that, I mean, I do agree with him on a little bit though, just because I do think he is missing a little bit of that vision, and but I do agree with you also that I think being in the league, 4 years already going on his 5th, you know what I mean? It's good. That you develop that, you know what I mean? It's obviously developed, and that's what we need out of Zeus. I just think last week seeing those 2 runs, back to back too, it's just that was a little, it was good because you could see Jacobs needed a breather, dog, and that's what he needs. When Jacobs needs a breather, we don't need somebody to go out there and lose 2 yards. You know what I mean? On a fucking run. You know what I mean? Or something like that. We need somebody in there that's gonna, be explosive at least. You know what I mean? And hit the hole hard. Pause again, and fucking just, and try to at least get a couple. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, and I think and this is just my observation, and you guys can agree or disagree, but this is just what I see. I think for Josh Jacobs, I think he's just finally getting it. I think, the last couple of years, he's kind of just did the traditional, make sure you fall forward, you know what I'm saying, kind of situation. But now I think he's actually been really diving into tape and like figuring out where these, extra holes are, where if I start in the A gap and then I spin into the B gap, I can get an extra 5, you know what I'm saying, instead of just falling forward and getting 2. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he's been doing well even in the past, you know what I'm saying, falling forward and getting, you know what I'm saying, where it looked like there wasn't anything there, but he still kind of stuck his head in there. But I see him now. It looks like he's strategically, you know what I'm saying, doing things in holes and stuff like that. And that's only, you know what I'm saying, that's only tape. Only tape is going to pull that out of a player, you know what I'm saying? So, and he said that in his press conference, you know what I'm saying, this year he's been focusing on his eating, but he's also focused more on, you know what I'm saying, more on the tape, and we're seeing evidence of that, you know what I'm saying, with his play.
I was gonna bounce off of that because I was actually thinking about what he had said, that, like, you know what I'm saying, he was saying, like, I'm eating better, I'm lighter, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth, right? So another thing that I was really, really looking at is now that he's getting the system, when you look, I remember Sean sent me a tape when we got Jakob, right? When we got him, he sent me like a highlight reel of him playing, bro. Like, he was just fucking blowing up the holes, man. And I was like, oh shit. So, like, at first, you know what I mean, when Josh Jacobs, and they're trying to figure it all out, and now they got him going, but Josh Jacobs was actually, like, really, really off top, was actually, like, you know what I mean, he was exploding off jump, you know what I mean? Give him the ball, he was getting 100 yards, even with the limited touches, you know what I mean? So, like, now he just, with the catches and a little bit more implement, with him doing what he's doing, bro, it just works. Now it's like, like their system, when they had Jakob back over there, they had all these scat backs. They've never had a solid ass running back like Jacobs. So it's just making them even better. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm kind of like, just bouncing off of that. But the run game, I think, is really, really come down to defense, to me. Because like Eckler is good, but he's not Jacobs. But him being a little burnt out from last game, he might have a little bit of a slow step. You know what I'm saying? But there's no way that Eckler's better than Jacobs. So obviously I'm going Jacobs. You know what I mean? But I think he might not play or might have limited snaps.
Yeah.
Which he earned. You know what I mean? But, once you start playing, and I don't know, he, like you said, he's on a different level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
When we don't think Josh is going to play, or we think an injury is going to hamper him, that's when he has his best games, bro. And look, San Diego averages giving up 151.3, I believe, rushing yards per game. And what's Josh is going for 150 a clip in this run that he's having right now. So I'm thinking 165 for the dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he's going to be over
with limited. That's with limited touches, though. That's what I'm saying. He probably have limited touches and still get that.
Yeah, I don't even think he's going to have limited touches. I think he's going to get full
45 minutes ago at the Las Vegas Review Journal says there was a report said Nate Hobbs coming back.
Yeah, he is. He is. And Nate Hobbs is back. Anthony Averett, like I said earlier, it's kind of
now
it's kind of crazy.
Now we're talking about Eckler, you know what I'm saying, and we're talking about Josh Jacobs, and of course I think we're all fans of Josh Jacobs, but
obviously,
the who's going to key in on Eckler? You know what I'm saying? Like I I'm asking this question because when I watched the Seahawks game, Homer Simpson, you know what I'm saying, out the backfield. You know who I'm talking about, a dude named Homer. I don't know what his first name is.
I know who you're talking about, but that's why I said Homer
every
Simpson.
time
Travis Homer.
Yeah. Thank you, Ern. You do homework. That every time he would get out there on the field, something happens good for them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to figure out who's going to be locking down the running back, because Travis Homer and Eckler are very similar in their play.
And week one,
it's not going to be go ahead.
Week one, we borrowed him up, though. I know. If I recall, I know in week one, Eckler didn't do shit.
Yeah.
No,
Shout out to Man City.
We're right
Look,
there.
I don't think it's gonna be one person that's gonna need to focus on Eckler. It's gonna need to be the whole front seven, bro. Especially the linebackers. That's gonna be a 3-man job right there.
Yeah, if we get to the defense side, that's what I want to talk about. I was like, I seen Brown last week really overshooting some plays. He's good. He's a good baller, bro. Like he overshot like two, like Walker on that one run, a couple other plays in coverage. We need him to step the fuck up, bro. Like if he's gonna be on the field, bro, he needs to plant his feet and make some good angle shots, bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think Merrick on that is going to be key for our running game going forward because now he's in the position of where, Abram was. So, and if you look at it, Duran's coming down, but Duran's better in coverage for me. You know what I mean? He has better hands. He knows where to be at. And I think him being captain, he needs to be out there. So less friction back there is good. So Merrick's going to have to make Merrick, and I wanted Merrick to do good all season, bro. But I think Merrick and Brown are going to be good because, they need to step up, like, for real, because Perryman's healthy right now. And this defense is kind of clicking, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think this running game is really, really going to depend on those two guys. I'm just going to be Brown and Morey, bro.
Yep. And it's funny how you guys talk about that topic of, like, keying into people. And let me give you a little bit to have you guys kind of think about. I think when it comes to the rushing attack, like as far as rushing goes, I think Josh Jacobs has the edge. Totally has the edge. When it comes to receiving, it's a whole different ballgame. Let me give you something. The Chargers are 58 and a half game receiving, as far as running backs goes, receiving yards per game, 58 and a half, which is first best, number one in the league. The Raiders, their defense has allowed 53.9, which is tied for worst in the league, or not tied, worst in the league, by any defense. And then when you go on to receptions, the Chargers, I believe the Chargers are at 12.4 receptions per game, and the Raiders have given up 6.3, which is tied for second worst in the NFL. So as you can see, our defenses are not that good when it comes to running backs receiving. And I think that's something that we got to monitor when it comes to Eckler, because I think what Eckler brings to the table is something better than Josh Jacobs. Not saying Josh Jacobs won't get there, because Josh Jacobs is starting to become a receiving back as well, which I love to see. But as of right now, I give Eckler the edge on the receiving.
Crazy stat. Devontae Adams leads our team with 71 receptions for the year. Josh Jacobs is second with 40, bro. He's the second leading receiver on our team.
Shit.
He's tied with Mac Hollins at 40.
But kudos to Jacobs. I mean, that's part of his game that he's most definitely has started to really develop this season. I mean, he hasn't really been known as that pass catching, receiving running back out of the backfield in the last 4 seasons he's been with us, and to see him starting to put it together and making some really good catches and running some really good routes, it's been key to a lot of his success too, like outside of like his run game. But just touching up what you said, Dirty Low, about Morig. I mean, Morig probably had his best game that I've seen him play in a long time, and this season at the very least. So it was good to see him finally coming on, at least in the coverage point of things. But in terms of his running defense, I mean, we'll have to wait and see with that come this game if he's going to play an integral part, and hopefully he does. But yeah, it was good to see Morig coming along and starting to play well last week.
And the Chargers, Herbert has attacked Eckler the most times as of his whole offense. So that's his number one target when it comes to receiving. And on the year, Eckler has 80 receptions. So that's double than what Josh Jacobs. As you can see, as somebody said in the chat, Eckler is the key for the Chargers winning, and that's something that we need to really, really slow down. We slow down Eckler, I promise you we're winning this game, bro. I promise you. Because Eckler, something that the Texans did last year that they didn't do this year, is slow down Eckler. When you slow down Eckler, Justin Herbert tends to be a little bit of shaky, and I think that goes for any quarterback too, as well. When the running game ain't going, it kind of makes you one-dimensional. But at the same time, when you have Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, when they're healthy out there, there's no excuse for you to be a little bit shaky when Eckler's not there. So I think he was too dependent on Eckler, and I think that's something that this defense needs to really do their homework on. Not saying Eckler is like the number one back, hell no, Josh Jacobs is, but when it comes to receiving, This guy could cause some trouble if you allow him to. Like you said right away, like Kelsey, where if you don't bracket the guy on receiving, he's gonna go off, and that has to do with a lot with the middle of the field and Denzel Perriman, Jayon Brown, Diablo, all these linebackers we got. That's something that we need to really address next year,
Yeah.
but we'll get to that when we get to that. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
shout out to SVT Vasquez and Raider Coach. It was good. Good to see you, brother.
What do you guys feel about Curtis Bolton getting a lot of run this week? Because we're going to need him at that linebacker core.
I'm cool with it.
We're going to need more speed at linebacker. And he's really fast, like Jayon Brown. He's one of the top fastest linebackers in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's going to be really up to this coaching staff on what they want to deploy. I think they have Darren Butler also coming back too. So I don't know how they want to address and that's why I asked that question, because somebody has to address Eckler, because if nobody does, it's gonna be all bad. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know what I'm saying, the Seahawks running back Homer is very similar to him, especially when it comes to the passing game. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll get out there and run routes, you know what I'm saying? And if we don't have anybody following that or keeping an eye on that, that is definitely going to present a problem, you know what I'm saying, for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because they do all kinds of things with them. They move him out and receiver and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to All Eyes.
Kind of like how we use Abdullah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the way we're using Abdullah now.
Yeah.
And that's the way I wanted them to use it.
He's going to be key on the for sure. Like I know we look at Zeus, and Zeus came in for a couple runs, but yeah, Abdullah came in and did some work. You know what I mean, on the kickoff return. On he caught that touchdown. You know what I mean. Abdullah can be dangerous.
I've always liked him. When we picked him up, I was like, man, that's dope. You know what I mean? It fits the kind of guys that they normally get, like a White, you know what I mean? Kind of the scat backs, kind of similar, but like I said, you know what I mean? Or like I felt like they've never had a running back like Jacobs. So like right now, if he does get only that buck or maybe a buck 20, 160, whatever, those guys need to kind of get a little bit implemented more, because we're going to need Jacobs if we're going to take this run. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to be in there just to get a little bit of get banged up a little bit, get some game going. But we need to depend on these guys, have them, Abdullah and also Zeus. We can't. I mean, Zeus made a couple good runs, you know what I mean? But most of the runs that he's been playing besides preseason, you know what I mean? He hasn't really blown up, you know what I mean? But the potential's there. So, in certain games like this, you got to understand, when certain games like this, hey, our number one guy, man, we need you guys to back him up. So you guys need to come and start making some plays. So you're going to see a little bit different formations with him. So, Jacobs can get that little bit of burn, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of just go through the motions, because that's smart, you know what I mean? To keep him going, keep him warmed up, but you don't want to, just lose him. You know what I mean? So I think we have a better overall with, not even with what's name. What was the 34? Who has 34 on? Whatever that guy's, Bolton, whatever. Bolton. Yeah, that guy. Fuck that guy. I'm sorry.
Right.
He making 34 look bad. You know what I mean? Respectfully, bro. He probably beat my ass if he sees me.
No, but
but like, you know what I'm saying? Let Zeus get a little bit of burn, you know what I'm saying, and let Abdullah just kind of jump off of the page like he did last game. You know what I mean? We're gonna need him. You know what I'm saying?
And if he does that little celebration, kick somebody in the head, please.
Yeah, just kick them.
Yeah, make sure. Hey, if you're gonna do it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it counts. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna get a flag, make sure it counts. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing it just because you brush somebody's shoulder. Yeah, no shoulder rub.
Right.
Make sure it counts. Nah, but I was encouraged. I was encouraged to see Zeus, you know what I'm saying, get those touches, because if you actually watch those plays, like he was attacked, like if that last guy didn't tackle him, he was actually going to go to the house. Like it got to that point where he was actually at that, he broke the line, got to the second level, and if that last guy didn't get there, it was going to be off to the races. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Out of our second, you know what I'm saying, our spell back, our, you know what I'm saying,
right away.
That's gonna, give our bell cow, his Gatorade. You know what I'm saying? We need that from that person. So I'm glad that, and we don't know. We don't know what Zeus eventually is going to end up being. We don't know if he might end up turning out to be a bell cow one day. But, for this point, he definitely is a good number 2 for us.
I think that was a good word you used. It was encouraging. It was encouraging, the few signs he showed last week. I mean, he hasn't blown the top off. He hasn't had a game or a moment like, say, I brought it up on one of our previous lives. Like, remember with the year we drafted Latavius Murray when he had that breakout 90-yard run against the Chiefs, and that was enough to be encouraged to be able to be faithful in him being the running back of the future. I mean, Zeus has had like two carries and they were good carries, but it was encouraging. I think that's a good word to use for that. So
shout out to Gravy. Shout out to Gravy. He says Eckler is only a receiving back. He doesn't like running through the tackles. Have to contain Herbert when he runs salute panel, and that's what I'm thinking too. He's more of a receiving. That's why on the receiving end,
that
just as of
like
right
really
now,
true. Yeah.
I gotta give it to Eckler as far as receiving wise. That doesn't mean Josh Jacobs doesn't top him. I think Josh Jacobs is way better than him as far as rushing and just being a running back in general.
But Eckler can run up the middle too, though. Don't get it twisted. Then 1, 2, and 3 yards. He'll get those.
Yeah, I think you went witness protection. You went into witness protection.
Amir Abdullah kicked my camera. Fucking hell.
Kicked your camera.
Man, Eric got that. Eric got his camera from the Sloss and Swap meet.
Hey, you got your green screen from the Sloss and Swap meet.
Like, go put your face all the way to it. Just get real close, just like this.
Nah, we don't want him to get his face.
It'll fix that right now.
But right away to your comment, I can appreciate his form as a martial artist. I thought it was good.
I was looking at Eckler's stats from the first game. It was 36 yards rushing, 36 yards receiving.
36 and 36.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And who did they play?
When they played the Raiders, the first game of the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that some of those stats on that game was crazy as shit.
Yeah.
Like when I got home and we were fucking looking at the stats, I forgot what was it like. We were like 0-5 on third downs or some shit, like some crazy ass thing. Like we couldn't get nothing. Like those
that first half. Remember that first half in the stadium, dog? That shit was horrible, dog. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Sorry, that fucking comment got me.
I'm sorry. But like you said, Dirty Load, that all those stats, you could almost throw all those stats out the window, especially in the sense of knowing that we were a touchdown away from freaking winning the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Still at the end,
with the ball.
After DC was throwing after DC threw all those picks and got sacked and everything, all those stats, you know what I'm saying? Like, it looked horrible, but like we were still in the game at the end.
Yeah, we had the ball with a chance to win. I was just saying we had the ball with the chance to win.
Yeah.
Facts. And we got 53 people in here, man. If you guys can hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and also subscribe to my panel. All the links are in the comments right now by Terrence. Shout out to Terrence for dropping down the links. And shout out to EJ Raider up in the building as well, man. And shout out to Dirty Eric up in the building. The numbers just arrived as well. Omar as well. Pat's loss huge. If we win against the Bolts, then the Rams will be back in the playoff push. That's what's crazy. Anyways, shout out to everybody in here. Well, I think you meant the Raiders, right? Not the Rams. I don't know. Anyways, shout out to everybody.
That was a good comment by Dirty Eric about your friend Twan Keisha Cole, the one above it. Where you're talking about, I don't want to see Keisha Cole back on punt returns. I agree. It's always a case of like, is he going to catch it? Is he going to fumble it? Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Hey, Twana, I just want to say thank you, bro. Now I don't even hear Keisha Cole the same way anymore when she comes on the radio. Thanks a lot.
Shout out to Pip.
Never knew what I was missing. Oh, sorry.
Keisha can handle the balls, but she can't handle the football. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, damn.
So Clifford Franklin ain't coming down with it?
So we got some offensive stats and key factors on the offensive side.
Coming down with it.
Hey, man. Eric, man. Thank you, man.
Keisha with the gap or Keisha with no gap? I mean, Keisha with the gap or with no gap?
Both.
Either one.
I like Keisha with the gap, bro. I don't like her since she fixed her face up and shit.
Yeah.
I like ghetto Keisha.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Before this, pre-stab wounds, I was playing. Opposed.
Oh, right.
Damn.
Come on now. Is all of you saying you wouldn't, Keisha Cole? Damn, I would. I don't care.
Oh, hell yeah. Shit, right there.
Oh yeah, definitely would. But if I have to choose one, like the ghetto one or the bougie one, I'll take the ghetto one.
I'll take whatever, Keisha Cole.
Hey, but I heard even when she was ghetto, she was bougie.
Okay. Nah, she's from 73rd. She was from fucking 78th or 81st. That's the hood, bro. She ghetto. I know where that is, bro. I'm from the town. I know, yeah.
Hey, when Keisha left the
town, that's Castlemont High School.
Things changed, yeah. Things changed when she left the town and went to.
Hey, but Keisha, cool, man. I hear that shit all the time. That's one of my girl's favorite fucking artists and shit. So
yeah, no, but she can sing her ass off.
I'm blasting that shit, yeah.
But she can't catch a football.
Hey, she
can't
catch a football. Hey, Keisha can do a lot of things, but she can't catch a football.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Female, if you want, she can check fucking child support case for me.
Hey, wait, last two games, she made a couple of good catches in the end.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, you know what? Female can run routes and play football though. Blueface's girl, Krishan Rock, he got her out there in football pads running routes and shit. At the park.
She look like a dude. All right, I'm out. I got to do it anyways. Nah, for real. Thank you, man. Thank you guys. Hey, brothers.
Always.
All right, man.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys in a minute, man. All right,
peace out.
Hey, Blueface didn't they just arrest his ass for fucking because he's fighting like a attempted murder right there in Vegas?
Yeah, but then he whacked 100 and then bailed him out hella quick the same night.
Oh, he's gonna have to fucking fight that shit, no? For sure.
Yeah, but they're saying some kind of shit. It was self-defense. I don't know. I don't know the details. I just know Wack got him out the same night though.
Yep, absolutely. What are y'all thoughts on Nicole Roby-Coleman, Amik Robertson, and Tyler Hall? I mean, for Tyler Hall and Nicole Roby-Coleman, they're two guys that I haven't seen too much of. But when they're out there on the field, I think Tyler Hall got that key sack that one game. Besides that, hasn't got many reps. Nicole Roby-Coleman is actually, if you guys didn't know, he was most famous for that passing interference that was not called against the Saints and Rams when he hit the guy out of bounds and didn't call no passing interference. He's famous for that, but he was statistically and coverage wise and grade wise really good when it came to the nickel corner position. But eventually started declining after that. Besides that, Meek Roberts is one of those guys that proved me wrong 100%, and I'll blatantly admit it. I wasn't big on Meek. I was one of the people that would want to cut Meek because I didn't see too much of him. I thought his height really affected him a lot of the times. But then he came into this year and he said, "Shut the fuck up, SC."
Me too. I think if there was an award for the most improved player on our roster, I think Amik Robertson gets it by a landslide. I mean, that guy definitely proved me wrong. You as well, Gabe. I mean, I haven't noticed him too much these last couple of games, and he's been getting snaps, so that's probably a good thing, right?
A good thing.
I mean, he's doing his job.
Hey, Tillery though, I wonder what that, like, he knows, like he's been practicing with those offensive linemen for a while. You know what I mean? So I wonder. I think he could, like Jonathan said, right there, Jonathan Cayeros. I think he could have a big game out of this game just because he probably knows some tendencies of those offensive linemen. He could probably, he knows probably, some of the cadence of fucking of Herbert and shit, so he could probably get off the ball pretty quick, dog. So Tillery's gonna be a key in the inside, bro, because he's gonna be, I think he's big, dog. He's gonna be able to relay that because he's played this year. You know what I mean? And last year.
What was the knocks on Tillery? Why did he become available? Was it off the field stuff?
He fell out with the coaching staff. And because he was a first round pick, and I know
similar to Abram.
Was he a locker room cancer kind of guy? I mean,
there was reports about Tillery not having the attitude to want to stop the run. He wasn't really he didn't want to get involved too much with stopping the run. That was one of the reports out there on him. But when he got here, that changed. You know what I'm saying? He was there to stop the run, and then if you guys get a chance, this past Tuesday, Dirty was doing some film breakdown, and we started looking at the line, and Tillery is actually a part of what we were calling like the NASCAR package. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Chandler Jones, it was Tillery, it was Clee Farrell, and then having Max on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Was our defensive line on those, you know, those pass rush downs. So he's playing a key role. You know what I'm saying? Even with him being a new body to our defense. So props to him for you know, earning that spot. You know what I'm saying, and being identified as a guy that we can count on, especially when it comes to you know, pass rushing, getting to, you know, the passer.
I tell you, who has been
like their coaching staff was trying to force him to be something that, you know, that doesn't fit his skill set, and he was like, "Fuck that! I know what I'm good at." You know what I mean? That type of thing. I think maybe he just needed the right coaching staff to bring out the best in him. You know what I mean? He just didn't fit with them.
Yeah, Billings is another guy who's been getting some decent pass rush. I mean, he came along pretty well in that Broncos game. What's his health like? Is he okay?
He's banged up, but I think he'll be okay for the game.
He came back in the game, right? He came back in the game.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
I saw him limp off, and then I saw reports that he's doing better. He's actually okay. So
yeah, he's doing
better. I hope to see him back and performing much like
he had a good game.
Yeah, he's been a pleasant surprise lately. So yeah, Billings.
Tillery's 26 years old. Damn, that fool's 6'6", 295 pounds.
Yep.
And Jonathan, I hope so. I hope Tillery gets 2.5 sacks. I mean, speaking of Tillery, I really do hope he gets his revenge on him, because week 1, believe it or not, he was actually the starter for the Chargers when they played us.
Bro, you remember last year when you know the last game of the season, how it started? He was having a fucking game.
He was having a good game.
Yeah, he was having a fucking great game. I remember I was like, what the fuck? How is this?
And that's why I'm kind of glad that Tillery's on our team now, man. That's somebody that's young still, of ex first round talent, and wasn't released because of his play. Was released because of some issues between him and the coaching staff. And now, like I believe Twan mentioned, is like he's looking better with us. He's looking better. He's being more disciplined and stuff like that.
A scheme issue, like
that's probably too
a scheme issue with him. So that's why they fucking were like good to let him go. But like I don't know, bro. I think he must have been like Avocazzi was saying, he must have been some sort of kind of like, you know, verbally type of like probably voice his opinion verbally or something like that. And they didn't want it to be like before it, you know, it started even like anything in the locker room. I think they got rid of him, which to our benefit, I think we picked up a guy who could be good for us, dog. Like you said, young.
Something tells me they had a sudden falling out. This wasn't like a lead up. It was something.
That's
sudden.
What it is. That's why I say it was like Abram.
If it was a lead up, you would have heard about them shopping him and all that shit. This is real sudden. Like he's gonna be on the market. What the hell? You know what I mean? That's a sudden fallout.
They just released his ass. You know what I mean? We picked him up on waivers and shit. You know what I mean? It was like,
you know, the Raiders made a call though for Tillery and they declined it. So it looked like. And it adds on to what you guys are saying, that it came down to a fallout because they thought they would have kept him. Because if they didn't want to keep him before that, they would have let go to the Raiders and been like, okay, let me try to finesse you for some picks. You're an AFC West rival. Let me do this, that, and third. But it was more of they wanted to keep him, and they did keep him. And then a week and a half or a week later, boom, released. So
yeah, I mean, there's got to be something there from a talent perspective. I mean. To be a former first rounder, there has to be there somewhat, and I mean he's been doing good since he's come over to us, and right away I'll hold you to that.
So here are some offensive stats and key factors here, and this one might make Twan laugh again. Since week 9, the Raiders have been number 1, which is most in the NFL, in 20 plus touchdowns and 8 touchdowns. So that means 20 plus yard touchdowns thrown, 20 plus touchdowns, right? 20 plus range, like yardage, the most in the NFL since week 9.
Big play touchdowns.
Big play touchdowns since week 9.
Who's that?
That's number 1. The Raiders offense, the 20 plus touchdowns. Now, besides that, the Raiders have converted only 49% of their first downs. And third and shorts, which is arguably the worst in the NFL since 2021. So that's including last year and this year.
I want to see less of those halfback tosses on 4th down. I don't want to see that.
That's what's been killing
Oh,
us.
God.
That's what's been killing us.
Please.
And now, here's the funnier one, right?
Damn.
Here's the funnier one. We are worst in the NFL by penalty yards per game. We since week 9. So since week 9, we've allowed 42.5 offensive, not allowed, but did 42.5 offensive penalty yards per game. Offensive penalties. That means false starts by our offensive line, stuff like that. All that, we're worst in the NFL since week 9.
And how many of those penalties are on aluminum?
That's your boy.
Probably like 10 of them.
All of them.
30 of them.
All of them.
Salute, JT. I agree.
Dude,
Shout out to JT. If you do, not to the short side of the field, fact.
Yeah.
JT, what's happening?
Hey, I say it all the time, dog. Illuminor. I think Illuminor got ADD. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he got one of those. You know, he needs attention. You know what I'm saying? Like every game he has. I think he puts his jersey on in the morning and then he says, "You know what? I need my name to be called at least once every game."
To that point, though, forgive me if I'm wrong, but he's been playing left tackle the last couple of weeks in Colton Miller's stead, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
the last 2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah. So
he did open up a
I
hole.
understand the pass protection, despite the penalties, has been decent. I mean, am I wrong?
He did open up the hole for Jacobs too in the overtime run.
Yeah, I mean, the penalties suck. Like that needs to be cleaned up for sure. But like coming in for Colton Miller on that left side, it hasn't been glaringly bad, so to say. So he's done okay in that department.
You know, that's a valid ass point. He doesn't look half bad over there, bro. So how does Colton how would Colton look at right tackle? You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm just talking shit.
But that's the same. And I'll say this too. This is the same thing that we ran into with Brandon Parker, right? We tried to make Brandon Parker the swing tackle. We made him play the right. He played horrible at the right, but then when he played the left, you know what I'm saying? He actually played all right at the left. But we have Cole Miller.
So boneheaded mistakes, dog. It's not more like that. I think, like you guys are saying, you know, the offensive line as a whole has been pretty, you know, solid. You know what I mean? They've been holding up. They've been giving Carr time. It's just on plays where, you know, they're positive plays, big plays. Sometimes it's a hold, or you know what I mean. And he puts us behind the chains. It's on first down, so it makes it 1st and 20, or 2nd and 20, or 3rd and 15, or from 3rd and 2. You go 3rd and 7, you know what I mean? Like some stupid shit like that, you know what I mean? And it's just those are what hurts us a lot. But other than that, I like he's pretty. I mean, Jacobs wouldn't be having that much of a year because he does run behind him sometimes as well, dog. So it's like he's pretty good. It's just that those mistakes he needs to clean up.
Yeah.
Back. Shout out to Icy Nate and JT.
Just on the offensive line. I mean, we were talking about the left side. I mean, we haven't really been talking about the right side too much of late, which has been positive and encouraging. I mean, that's been Thayer Mumford holding it down over there and doing a serviceable enough job for us not to be talking about it, right? And that's been a lot better than what it has been for the last, how long now?
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the thing. That's the thing that I think a lot of us have been kind of wanting anyway, is to get Illuminor off the field and have Mumford play the right tackle, right tackle spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Illuminor now is, as of recent has been playing the left because of the injury to Colton Miller, but we've been wanting Mumford to play, you know what I'm saying, the right tackle. And for me, to be honest with you, I'd rather Mumford play the right tackle, because if something would go wrong at the right tackle spot, I could chuck it up and say, oh, it's a rookie figuring it out. But you know what I'm saying, to have a vet over there on the right side and he's doing stuff that are, doing rookie stuff, like I don't got patience for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
would be okay if I look at, the right tackle's messing up, but it's a 7th rounder, starting for us. Okay, he's a 7th rounder. He's a rookie. He's going to have rookie mistakes. I can be patient on that, but a vet doing that, I don't have tolerance for that.
But it's been encouraging, right? Much like we were talking about with Zamir White. I mean, he's been getting quite a bit of game time in that right tackle position. And the fact that we're not talking about as much as what we have previously as being a real problem and a real issue with guys we've plugged into there, which have been drafted a hell of a lot higher and had a hell of a lot more expectation than what Thayer Mumford. I mean, he's a guy who was pegged as a guard in the draft process, and for him to come in as a 7th rounder and be doing, I mean, he's not lighting the house on fire, but there's enough there for me to show faith that, you know what, he's got a future, and he's good
doing better than a 7th rounder. He's doing way better,
Yeah,
way above average.
Rated number one for rookies or something like that. But the only thing is that he has limited snaps.
Limited snap, yep.
But rated number one as a rookie tackle for as just his rating pretty much is just but he does get limited snaps. That's the only thing.
And Omar, it's kind of weird because two days ago, right? I look this up every day to make sure that nothing has changed. But since 2 days ago, the Chargers were 2.5 favorites. Oh no! Yeah, the Chargers were 2.5 favorites. Then a day after that, right? So a day ago, they were 1.5 favorites, and now, according to Omar today, were favorites now with 1.5. So it's changing every day, and that has to do a lot with the injury reports. A lot with the injury reports. Another factor, right? We talk so much about how the offense, and actually, I did my homework, guys. I did my homework again. A lot of people want to talk about the offense doesn't score. You know that the offense has scored 45% of their drives, which is 3rd best in the NFL. They're also on run plays. 50% of run plays has been successful, which is, I believe, 3rd best in the NFL, if not the 1st best. I can't remember. So as you could see there, for the offense to have a 3rd best on scoring drives is a crazy thing that I even encountered. Because I was like, what the fuck? How in the fuck? That just means everybody has been absolute shit this year. Because if you really look at it, people are calling Josh Allen an MVP candidate. And when you look at his numbers, nowhere near what he did last 2 years.
From what I hear, they're winning despite him.
What happened?
I said from what I hear, they've been winning despite him.
Yeah, their defense. Their defense has been. They cruised down the Patriots today. Oh my god!
It's his legs though too that help him out a lot, bro. Because
his toughness. Yep.
Yeah, he will get a first down with his fucking legs, and he'll fucking run some people over too, getting it. That's the thing about him. Them motherfuckers like 6'6", 245 pounds. Yeah, motherfuckers big, dog, and he has that, like, when he runs, he has that like running back mentality. But that's where he picks up like that extra yardage and shit, where he picks up those extra first downs. So I think he's like second to like Lamar in that shit.
I think so. I gotta look that. I think it is something like that. Shout out to Hardcore Raider up in the building. Hit that like button. He said, I appreciate that.
Hey fellas, I am about to fall asleep on camera. I'm about to sign off. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Take it West Side.
Peace out, Hiron.
Lakers, dog.
Lakers, yeah. Look at. Yeah, he left. I'm gonna have to Debbie Downer, but
where's Loon? Where's Loon at? Where's Loon at?
I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but right tackle is still a serious issue. It's no longer terrible, but it is bad. Better than years pasted, but it's still bad. No, for sure. Yeah, I think we need to address that. For sure. I think that's that one offensive side of the ball that I really want to address is that right tackle entering next year. Yeah, Ern was faded as fuck. I could tell he was.
There's no way we can fucking stay with Illuminor. I'm just saying, this year he's serviceable, like he's okay there. You know with there this year. It's just he needs to clean up those penalties if he can. You know what I mean? Because like that's just something that's just in a player sometimes. Like I don't know what it is. It's just being antsy on the field or something. I don't know what the fuck it is, dog. But he just has like a fucking magnet for flags.
Yeah. So looking at the coaching staff, right? I skipped a little bit of topics because we kind of went over practically everything. And one more thing on the defense side of the ball, the Raiders are horrible when a player scrambles. We've allowed the most touchdowns in the NFL when a quarterback scrambles. We've allowed 8 touchdowns from scrambling quarterbacks, and that's worst in the NFL. So that's something to monitor. Justin Herbert's one of them. Let it be known, Litter didn't play. Look at him. Look at him. Lakers all day.
Hey, we need every win right now. It don't matter who played. Fuck that. We need every win right now. We need to get back into this playoff race, and we're not that back. We're only like a game and a half out of like the play-in spots. You know what I mean? So that's from starting fucking what was it? I think it was like 2-10 or something like that. Now it's like
horrible, bro.
they're like now I think 7 out of the five out of the last 7 or something like that.
Yeah, I like it. We're winning.
Hey, LeBron was doing these.
Just on what you're saying, Eric, just to go back to what you're saying about that stat about we've been the worst when it comes to containing the quarterback when they go to scramble. That's been an issue for us for a long time now. We just can't play that spiral for whatever reason. It always seems to be these running backs who has that scrambling ability. When they do get out of the pocket, they just break off and get these big yardage. I mean, Matt Ryan of all people was able to get a 40-yard run against us, and that guy is slow as dirt, almost as slow as Brady. I mean, we got to do better in that department for sure.
Hey, but that's it. We just got it. That's one of the areas where Herbert kind of excels at. That when he gets out of the pocket, he's dangerous.
He could be very dangerous,
and that's kind of where it's one of our weaknesses. So it's like I just hope we clean that shit up. But fucking, I think. This week I think Chandler Jones will come big because he's, he does keep the containment. That's one thing he does like to do, I guess, dog, because he, I don't know where is his fucking pressure at this year. I mean, he's been doing good as of late, but a little bit better. But I just think him this week is going to be big. I mean, Max is always going to eat. I think Tillery's going to have a good game inside. I think with depends on Billings. And then you got other guys who can chip into like Farrell. Cleve's been playing good, man.
Yeah, he has. With the snaps he's got.
The interior is going to be good. I just think keeping containment and keeping, him fairly, inside the pocket. Dog. That's what our defensive line has to work on this week.
Yeah, that's where they with Chandler and Clee, like they're not getting the sack number, so to say, but they've been doing decent enough in that corral role, so to say, putting pressure on whatever side, and then maybe someone like Max Crosby comes along and cleans up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fact. And Nate says here, do you think the Chargers focus more on stopping Jacobs or Devontae? And for me, it's gonna be easy Jacobs. I think they're gonna focus more on Jacobs because they do have 30th ranked run defense, which is horrible, and they need to contain Josh. They know that if we get Josh going, our passing game is gonna get going, and it's just vice versa as well. So I think for me, I think they'll key in more on Josh Jacobs. Not saying they won't at Devontae, but just to answer your question, I think for me they would focus more on Jacobs. What do you guys think about this question?
I think they're going to focus on both of them. They'll still, I believe they're going to try and employ the same tactics that the Broncos and the Seahawks and everyone else is pretty much double cover, triple cover, whatever it takes to try and nullify Devontae Adams, because we don't really have much. We're not really getting much juice out of the rest of the receiving core, so to say. So I think it's going to be both of them. But I don't know. I hope if that's the case, they can still do their thing and they prove to be able to do so. But we can also get a little bit of juice out of our other players like Hollins, Cole, and Moreau.
I think they're gonna try to bracket him with Derwin James, Devontae, and I think he's gonna. I think that's where they're gonna try to stop him there. But I think that's where Hollins is gonna have to step up big this week for sure. Who knows? Keisha Cole might have to fucking be, somewhat of a fucking. Because I mean, it's just. And then Moreau, man, Moreau has to come big too, doggy, because he has to come up. He's been having pretty good games, dog. I just think his hands sometimes will kill him, like the last one that just hit him right in the fucking chest, in the office space. It's just that's work, because I mean, we can't be having the same problems that Waller has, bro.
And the miscommunications as well with Carr has been hurting him too.
But Gabe, the Foster situation is a crapshoot, because if their pass rush, comes at us, then he's going to have to help block. So he's not going to be able to run routes. So that means we're really going to have to rely on Hollins and Keisha Cole to introduce when their number is called. And that's why when Keisha Cole came up, I was like, God, because I'm already seeing, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm already kind of,
gonna have to
what's happening. Like if Mac becomes a force, you know what I'm saying, on that defensive line or whoever else is on that defensive line, and our offensive line doesn't hold up, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to send, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have to keep, you know what I'm saying, the tight end there to help block.
That's a good comment there by Right Away. I did notice that last game. That's a guy I've wanted to see a little bit more too with Turner. I noticed on that play when they did that end around before they blow the whistle. If they didn't blow that whistle, he was gone.
Who was the penalty on?
Who was it on? Was it
Eleanor?
Let me guess. I'm not even gonna say it.
Hey, I'm switching his name. His name is not Illuminor. His name is Eleanor.
That's what I'm saying, dog. On fucking crucial ass plays, it's always him.
It is always him. I was surprised.
Eleanor.
You know what's so crazy, bro? Tell me why when that last play happened last week, bro, I was like still waiting on a flag, bro, because Illumina was blocking right there. Like, I don't know, bro. I was just like, please no, please no, please no. We're good. I was like, hell yeah, we're good. But shit, bro, those shit scare me. Shout out to One Up. Waller is eligible to come back on Monday. He will be back next Thursday. Not saying he will be activated, but that means he'll just be back in general. Just he can't be activated till next week anyways. So that's the update on Waller.
Oh, okay, the penalty was on Foster Moreau, not our favorite player of the month.
Let me ask the panel this: how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck?
Are you actually really reading that?
I don't know why I read it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I see.
How much could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck?
Shout out to Michael Guerrero. What up, MG? Shout out to JT up in the building. Shout out to IC Nate.
Hey, line up Jacobs a receiver again. Fuck it, dog. You know what I mean? That play was great, dog.
Yeah. That slant pass, do you remember that? Shout out to lined up a wide receiver. That was nice.
Hey, or Abdullah, he would have did the same thing.
Hey, homie, Waller's active through chat. There you go. Hey, if you guys can't hit that like button, please. So just to round up everything, I want to hear your guys' me too, Eric, holding my breath on that Jacobs run. No facts, fucking lunatic, fucking. I don't even know if I read it. Line up Abdullah as receiver. I would love to, man. I would love Abdullah. So we talked about practically everything on both sides of the ball. What do you guys think is gonna happen on Sunday? Give me your prediction if you have one, your bold take if you have one. What the fuck is the key? Or also where they could find you. You feel me? We're gonna end it off. Hey, also, I have a USC game tomorrow, y'all. Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know some niggas are not USC fans, but I will call the game. I will call the game.
We going to the ship.
So I'll do the game tomorrow. So let's start off with Twan. Twan, let him know, man. Let him know something.
Man, can we do what we didn't do the first time we played them? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it look, I'm gonna say what I always say, and you guys, someone should just clip that up, and I can just use that every week. Josh McDaniels, don't do nothing stupid. Keep it simple, and we got it. Every time you keep it simple,
agreed 100%.
We win. Now I will say this. I will say this, McDaniels. You surprised me with that little flea flicker, and it actually worked. But don't get too crazy with it. Please. If you really look at that play, Josh Jacobs was a little kid in a cubby hole because he was about to get swallowed up before he pitched that off to DC. So, and that's just evidence of our offensive line not holding up. So, Josh, please just do what we did last. You know what I'm saying? Keep it simple, nothing stupid, and I think we'll be all right.
Agreed, 100%. Do you want me to build up on that and have my take? Go ahead. You can continue. All right. Yeah. No, you didn't say a word wrong. I agree with everything you said. I mean, I don't want to see what we did the last time we played. Remember that double end around that was supposed to be a pass by Devontae Adams where we had Derek Carr blocking or trying to block. He was assigned to block Khalil Mack or Bosa. I mean, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that one was horrible.
Ever. Especially against a team with 2 elite pass rushers. What were they thinking? Keep it simple. Keep it, don't do anything too crazy. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna do something out of the box, then I don't mind that play we did last week where Hollins took it to the house. So, keep it simple. The play calling has been better. I don't want to see any more of that halfback toss on 4th and inches. I mean, that stuff's got to go too. But to their credit, McDaniels and the coaching staff have been better with their game planning of that. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Look, just keep building on that momentum we've had in the last couple of weeks. I mean, we've had 2 wins straight now. Let's hopefully get a 3rd one, and just keep taking care of business, and let's see where the cards fall and what may come to pass. I mean, you never know. We might just be right back in it, and hopefully somehow, some way, much like last year, we squeezed our way into the playoffs. By any means, just get it done. Just win, baby. You can find me at S.C Raider. I mean, Terrence has been sharing out my links. I appreciate it. So if you can go there, show some support, that'd be very much appreciated. So yeah, whatever means, by any means, get it done. Just win, baby. Let's go. Go Raiders.
Gabe.
Me, I just think the defensive line is going to be big. Play a big role this week. That we were talking earlier, dog. Just keeping Herbert in the pocket, and then building up of that momentum of last week. Maybe causing maybe some takeaways, dog, because those are big during the game. Because those are momentum changers. Playing at home this week, dog. It's just, I think that the crowd will be into it, because even in LA, dog, the Charger fans don't travel, dog. So I don't think they're gonna be they'll probably be like 1 or 2 in the stands or something. But
what Charger fans?
That's what I'm saying. There'll probably be some people from like a different country, in town. And they just buy us a jersey or something. But that's about it. But I think that, and then their defense being a struggling defense as well. I think our offense is beginning to get it. I think they're starting to get the offense a little bit more and more, especially this is another game. Just another game where they've had another week of practice, where another week of getting the system. I think this week we'll build another stepping stone, as you can say, and I think we'll pull off the win. I know it's going to be a close one, just because it's always a close one with the Chargers, but just win, baby. I think we'll pull off I think it's going to be a high score, though. I think it'll be a high score in the first one for sure. I think it'll be in the 30s to I think it'll be somewhere around there, like somewhere in the 30s. Another shootout, but I think take care of the ball, Carr, and then feed Jacobs, and I think that's the game plan. And then big news with Nate Hobbs coming back for sure, dog. So, and then you can find me right on on YouTube and on Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. You can find me at Raider Gabe 420. And we be doing post games. We be doing just little shit like that. But we be having the show active. But yeah, just follow along with Road to 1,000. Yeah, man, that's it, man. Let's go Raiders.
Raiders definitely 2 turnovers, 2 takeaways. But Chandler Jones gets his first solo sack. Hey, this is a chance, bro. I've been saying he has multiple chances. Now he really got to bring it together, man. And just to round up everything that everybody said, if you guys didn't hear me earlier, they're gonna be most likely without both of their starting tackles. They're gonna be without their 3rd string receiver. They're gonna also be without some of their defensive key players. Tillery gone. He's with us now. Also, and these are all starters that I'm talking about that started week 1 against us. Joey Bosa is on the IR. He's out for this game. Khalil Mack is the only person on this edge that's going to really cause some havoc. Besides that, they got all their linebackers. Their whole secondary is healthy. So there's some key players here and there as far as the offensive line, a little bit of receiver, a little bit of defensive line that they're going to be struggling with. On another note as well, the Raiders, they're going to be without Waller and Renfro. Waller and Renfro can't be activated until next week, so we'll most likely have them for the Rams, just depending on if they would even accept them. Josh McDaniels did come out, and I'm going to say again, Josh McDaniels did come out and say that it's a short week, so they don't even know if they would even be activated to the 53, but they could be available. for next week on Thursday. If you're gonna be at the Rams game next week, let me know. I will be there. Is Gabe gonna be there? Gabe, you're gonna be there?
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
you already know. Me and Gabe are
I'll
gonna
be
be in the
there.
building over there.
And
A
he's
couple other
happy.
people are gonna be in there as well. Make sure to hit us up, man. We're always willing to hang out, man. Take a couple drinks or smoke or whatever you guys want to do, man, and just have fun. Talk some Raiders football. Besides that, for me, you know where you can find me. You're here already. The SC Experience. We're on the road to 2000. Also, make sure to subscribe to everybody that's on the pile. I know Dirty Low has a channel. West Side Media Earn. Yeah, he's blocked till Saturday because we kind of got him a little bit of a strike. So, well, I didn't get him. Somebody reported it.
Free my nigga Earn. Free my nigga Earn.
Hey,
Free
people are weird. Whoever
No, I won't be at this game. I'll be at the 2 games following that.
Thursday, and for sure. Hey, and make sure if you reported my boy Earn, man, that's fucked up, bro. Yeah, like he's got a channel, he's doing his thing, bro. And if you don't like what he says, bro, it is what it is, and I don't know why you gotta be putting people strike and shit. Anyways, besides that, also go subscribe to everybody. Dirty Low, I said Earn. You see Twan here, Twan everywhere, man, on Instagram, and then Raider Twan on YouTube and stuff like that. Raider Gabe, you heard him, Raider Gabe on everywhere. Avakazi Raider, you'll find him on YouTube and other places as well, like Instagram and stuff. And for me, SC Experience everywhere, SC_experience on Instagram, SC Experience on YouTube, and then on Twitter is SEXP21. But I don't really use it like that. Discord, Terrence is dropping all the things. That's the best way to reach me. Discord DMs or even IG. Besides that, yeah, Terrence, Earn got a strike. Besides that, also, make sure to subscribe and also go support everybody that's in the comments. Terrence, All Eyes, Raider Allegiance, Dirty Raider, all these guys that have channels and just behind the scenes that are very appreciated. Appreciate all my mods, and also, yeah. Sunday we got a game. Tomorrow I got another live stream. USC. I know some people aren't USC fans, like I said, but you don't need to be a USC fan to come on here and have fun with me. If Gabe wants to join me or whatever, if anybody wants to join me on the game, hey, you're all welcome to join me. It's gonna be a watch party.
USC or UFC?
USC, Southern California.
The Raider cave, the Raider. My brother-in-law's Raider cave, man cave. But we're gonna do it's my sister's birthday. We're gonna have like Lucille's, that barbecue place and shit.
Yeah.
All that shit. We're gonna watch the game, but I'll jump out for a little bit. Fuck it.
Hey, for sure. I'll send you the link. I'll send the link to a lot of people.
It's gonna be a good game.
Hey, you already know, and just hit me up behind the scenes if everybody wants to join me. It's a watch party. We'll talk about Raiders. We'll talk about life in general. We'll talk about, and I'll do the play-by-play of USC. So regardless, it's gonna be something for everybody, not just because it's USC, but just because I want this to be a stream for everybody. I do my watch parties a little bit different than others. So,
are you doing a USA watch party?
No. I'm doing a USC. It's at 7 in the morning, bro. You know I can't do that no more, bro. Yeah, the game's at 7 on Saturday. But
hey,
yeah,
if USA plays Australia, we're gonna have to do something.
And we have to. Hey, also another live stream Saturday, West Side Experience. You'll see more people like this on my panel on that day as well. It's another stream of just talking about live, talking about the Raiders, talking about everything. That's on Saturday early afternoon, and then I'll do a post game either Sunday, but I usually push it back to Monday. So Monday usually are for me. But shout out to everybody, man. And we had 50 strong throughout the chat today. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Hit that like button on the way out. Also, comment down below. If I didn't get to one of your comments, comment that after the live, and I will reply. I've been lacking on replying. I have been sucking at replying, but I'll start replying. Trust me when I say that. And yeah, shout out to pupusas. Cool, Kev. Yep, pupusas are good. Besides that, yeah, blessings to you guys all. Have an amazing day and amazing weekend coming up. See you guys tomorrow, and also blessings to you guys and your families. Remember to always keep it positive. Always be a donor as well, man. And save a life. And in general, man, big things to come on this channel, and big things for a lot of us on the panel and everybody else, man. Let's be one nation, Raider Nation. You feel me? We're gonna win this shit on Sunday. You already know. Just win, baby. Not no tanking bullshit. You won't find no tanking bullshit on this channel. I promise you that much. So shout out to you guys, man. Have a blessed night. Remember to always keep it positive.
Raiders!
Let's do this. Peace out.